The title of our speech tonight is Two Simple Steps to Change Your Life. Welcome, Melissa.
Two simple steps to change your life. That's a pretty bold title. I mean, changing your life requires a lot of action, and it seems like to really change your life, you would need to do something big. Go to another country, learn a new language, do something major. It's actually not true. It's actually super, super simple. What I'm going to tell you tonight is going to be life-changing for you, unless, of course, you already are doing these two things. So what is it that I'm talking about? Smiling and humming. Okay, it sounds ridiculous, yes, but let's think about it. Smiling is an action that when you do it, there have been plenty of psychological studies that show that you can change your outlook, you can change your health through smiling. Not only is it going to physically affect you as you smile, you're going to be affecting other people who you are smiling at. A couple times a week, I go down to the beach and I go running in the morning. And I'm just a smiler. I'm smiling at every person I pass. And I can see the change in their face as they acknowledge me and they see me acknowledging them. They see that kindness emanating from me. And when they smile back, I don't think it ends there. I think that what's happening there is going to be a pay it forward kind of situation where they're probably going to be smiling at somebody else that they see. And so that action is going to reverberate and go on and on and on. The humming part sounds a little bit more far-fetched. What do I mean by humming? Another thing that I do a lot of is yoga. And in yoga, we frequently have a practice where we make a noise together. And which sounds absolutely ridiculous if you don't know what it's all about. That sound engages your head, it engages your brain, it kind of connects your chakras. That's getting a little bit super yoga on you. But it actually stimulates your head and it gets you connected to yourself and to the wider world. And when you're doing this in a room with a lot of other people, you can feel that connection. And there's something that it feels miraculous that comes over you when you're in this situation together. You're not going to understand it unless you do it. So, of course, this is going to be a trademark of my speeches, is that I like to engage the audience. So I'm going to lead you through an exercise right now. You're going to follow me. You do the noise, you let it out, you bring it in, and then you let it out until you can't make that noise anymore. We're going to do a count of 2 for this. So, do you feel it? Do you feel what I'm talking about? The other study that I want to point to on this is there are monks who take a vow of silence. And some studies were done on a group of monks who were doing this, they were silent, and they noticed that these monks were getting sick, they were depressed, and no one could really make heads or tails of it. Finally, there was an injunction from above, not the Pope, but somebody a couple steps down, who said, let's let them chant. They're not going to be able to talk, but let's let them have an hour or 2 every day where they go and they chant together. And miraculously enough, this made a complete and utter change. For them, it wasn't the chit-chatting with each other, it was that releasing of sound, giving back to the universe, taking it in, and there was a sense of connection in it, I think. You can gather from it what you may, but sometimes we get so consumed with an idea of wanting to change ourselves, and we become immersed in it, and we worry about it, and we stress, and we think, I've got to do this giant, giant thing over here, and if I don't do this giant, giant thing over here, my life will never be better. But these 2 things that I'm talking about are things that you can do every day. You can do them with any person you meet. You can do them by yourself. And the effects of this are really, really wide-ranging. The way you can change not just your life, but the lives of others, is by bringing them into this knowledge and letting them know that there's a simple thing that you can do no matter where you are. If you're in jail, if you're like working on a farm, if you're in an office building high up in the sky and you're completely closed off from people, you can find communities where you can do this, where you can use the power of your mouth, your smile, the power of noise and connecting and communicating with other people to make that major change in your life and bring it forward.